Hello everybody and welcome to this VizcomAI tutorial in which I'm going to show you an interesting process in which we will upload a set of photos of a chair photographed from 5 different views. Then we will use these images to create a new 3D model, and then we can rotate that 3D model, stage it, and then use the modify command to create different presentations of that furniture piece in an interior design environment. And with all that said, let me show you how to do it. But before we get started, please hit the like, subscribe, and notification button so you will never miss any upcoming video. And now let's really get started. To create an AI 3D model of an existing object, you want to photograph that subject from 5 really different viewpoints. Now you can see this is from the front, this is from behind, behind 3/4, front 3/4, and this is kind of like more top down. So this way you can maximize all the different details and features of that object. I did not photograph the underside, so maybe this image I could have photographed more from the ground looking up, for example. Also, as a tip, you see there isn't really much of a drop shadow. I did this photo shooting just when there was a nice cloud cover, so I didn't really have any strong illumination or drop shadows. To add actually the photos you can take, you can just upload them from your phone or go to upload an image, browse to where the 5 images are. JPEG or PNG is required. Select them, upload, or you can also from the desktop drag them into the workbench. So with that said, then we can select all 5 images, right click, and then say add selection as layers in Studio. And we'll see it will create a new file for you. And then when this is done, we can go double clicking into it. We will select these 5 images, put them in a group. This way it's very easy to turn them all on and off. And with this group, so not just an image, with this group selected, then we just go to multi-view. And that will then create a 3D model by using these 5 images as a reference. I'll go back to the workbench. When this processing is done, then you have a new layer with the 3D model on top. Now you can rotate this around. We can turn off the material so we only see kind of like the mesh. You see some of the details change, for example, the upholstery, but otherwise this is pretty close to the original design. We can scale this and we'll rotate it, and we can also change this to like a more orthographic view to a more wide angle perspective view. To make a copy, by the way, just would like to point this out, use the duplicate. Don't use Control C or Apple C because that will make a copy of this as an image layer, and that is not what we want. Okay, you will see in a moment why. So I will go back to maybe something like 50, 60, 70. You know, this is a nice lens for product photos. To create now a rendering of this chair, now this is our canvas. The smaller we make the object, now the smaller it will be on the image. If it's too big, it's more like a close-up. So we need at this point now to imagine from where do we want to see the chair and how much of the environment and where you're standing. Are you laying on the ground, or if you're standing on top of the chair, or a little bit further away? Yeah, let's say maybe like this. Perfect. And let's go to workbench. To now create a rendering of exactly that image with that chair, we can add the modify node. Go to there, then we connect it. And then here is the description to create a rendering. We can describe the chair more in detail. And before we do this, I should go back and turn on the materials, because then the AI also, sees the materials and continues using them. So all I could say is a chair in a cozy study room. And let's hit render. Because I only have the chair and nothing else, the AI has to basically fill in the void. But that looks actually pretty fantastic. You see, it changed the perspective, so we could say, do not change the perspective, for example. Sometimes you also have like dust particles in the air, then we could say no dust particles. We maybe instead of study room, we could say in a cozy, simply room. Now we give the AI a little bit more of freedom to play around with this. And we didn't really specify any time. Let's say during evening. Let's see what we get. Yep, you see, this is a different environment now. Also, the lighting is different inside the room. The lights are turned on. There's always, interestingly, kind of like a blanket or something draped over it. We could specify this in here, or let me move this one just to there to show you what we can do. We just add another modify command, and then we tell it what we would like to change. So remove the green blanket. And give this a moment. While this one is processing, you see, because I said do not change the perspective, it is pretty much a close match, by the way. And there, the blanket is gone, isn't it? It's pretty awesome. We could take this image also and say, make this a night scene. Have the fireplace be on. Hopefully that works. Be on. It's not an electronic device. There it is. Pretty good. Not necessarily directly night. While this is bluish, it still feels like there's a light on the outside or so. But still, this is just, it's really impressive. So it comes down to how you are prompting this. Okay, very good. Let's do another set. So I, from here, draw another connection. And now I will say simply a chair in a room close to a window, sunlight shining into the room from the right side. And I will copy and paste this in. Let's go. And while this one is processing, here we said like remove the blanket. You could also change something. now change the material. And look at this. Isn't this amazing? Because I told it close to a window, and then the sunlight should come in from the right side. And there we have it. This is just bonkers how good this is. To change the fabric, let's say we will say make the fabric pastel orange. And that should actually work. And that is really the amazing power of the modify command via natural language. You tell it what to change, and it does not create a new image. It modifies what you like to do. And even pay attention to the global illumination effect. You see here, this is more orange, and here, this is more grayish. So it tried to even accommodate that. This is really amazing. Okay, so how do we now get actually two chairs into an image? And instead of a square format, we would like to have a landscape format. This is really very easy. First, we want to go to our 3D model, and then we can export this as GLB. Then I will go to the workbench again. I will now create a new sketch, but say square, no, sorry, landscape format. There we are. And I will upload now our 3D model. That is in the downloads folder. There it is. And here we have it. And then I can move this around. Let's make a duplicate of that one. And then I will bring this one to there. Well, this is actually a good example of why, besides all technology, good old perspective drawing skills always remains to be very important. So I do not have anything in the room, and I would like the AI to understand more of the space I would like this to be visualized in. So I have to draw it. Here's a layer below that's empty. Very good. I can go to the line command. By default, this is like 8 point. I have to set this down to 1 point, so it's nice and thin. And I think roughly here with shift drawing up, there is a wall. And then from there to there is a wall. So now we have to think about what will look like a 90-degree wall. Nope, 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 nope. That does actually, this looks more like perspective 90-degree. Very good. You see, we need to move our chairs around a little bit, rotate them. There, pretty cool. Or we could get them closer together. Now keep in mind, now the scale is also important. I made the chair smaller, so now the room actually will probably also feel bigger. If we want to get closer to the chairs, now we want to make the chairs also bigger. Okay, there we are. So we could keep this as is, or we could draw in where a window is, or where something else, a shelf or whatever. But this is already a good perspective helper for the AI to understand what I would like to do. I noticed here this line is different than there. Yeah, I'll do it this way. Bonk. Okay. Very good. Then let's go to the workbench. There we are. This image we can scale up and down as much as we want. This is more the preview. I will bring this one to here. one thing I noticed at the moment, hopefully at one point this is being changed, you will see how sometimes the text in the modify will change. I'm pointing this out right now. Don't freak out when you click on an image. You always see what the previous prompt was used to do there. There you see now, chair in a cozy study room. Okay, so it's not lost. Anyway, with that said, let's go to here. There we are. And I would like to copy this prompt, bring this in there, and now not a chair. Now we have two chairs in a study room close to a window. Yeah, let's see what's happening. And there it is. Maybe in a modern room. So sunlight shining in from the right side. Now, yeah, from the right side. Um, so it comes from the right side. Let's say we will say left side. You do not sometimes get instantly also what you want, and you might have to change your prompt a little bit. And there you see now there's the light coming from the left side. I could say hardwood floor. It even added a reflection on the window. Crazy. But anyway, you see these lines, which I drew in as a perspective help, really help the AI to then create the room I want. Yeah, and that one, for example, is much closer to what, for example, I was envisioning. There is no baseboard, anything there. I could try to add this via the modify prompt, or I could have also quickly drawn this in or so. And also because I didn't really draw in any window or anything else. Again, I give the AI the ability to make stuff up. And in case I want more specific results, I can just simply in Studio sketch this in very loosely and then use modify to create a photorealistic photo. And that's it. Pretty awesome.